going to require a wheelchair to maneuver myself from my bed to my couch tomorrow. And then also from my couch to gym, and then back to the couch. So, sumo deadlifts, make sure your lower back is arched, so you don't want to round it. You want to get almost parallel before you lift off, and then just drive through your glutes. The main thing with sumos is just having your legs wider than your grip, and flay your knees out towards your toes. Leg press, you really want to go quite heavy on here. It's almost impossible to stuff the form up on here, so just put on as much weight as you can, but make sure you get enough depth. So you want to come down to at least parallel like I'm doing here. And drive through your heels, so you don't want the weight coming up onto your toes because that'll go directly to your knees. So for hip thrusts, find yourself a bench that you can stabilize your upper back on. You want to bring your hips up to parallel with your shoulders, and pretty much all the work should be done with your glutes. So dig your heels right in, grab a towel just to wrap around the bar so it doesn't hurt your hips, unless you're manly enough to deal with it, but I'm not. And just driving through your glutes up until parallel, and then really give a good squeeze at the top. Next, I'm supersetting walking lunges with a dumbbell and seated leg extensions. So keeping your toes behind your knees, you want to step quite far out and then just drop straight down. And then as you're stepping forward, drive through your hips. Then you're supersetting with the leg extensions. It's pretty difficult to stuff the form up on here as well, so just make sure the setup's accurate for you and don't lock your knees too hard at the top. Just give a good squeeze. Hamstring curl, a little bit of a variation. I'm leaning forward here, making sure my lower back's arched. I find I get a bigger stretch at the top there instead of sitting back. Bigger stretch up near my glutes. Then supersetting with the calf press. So just using the leg press, really controlled on the negative portion, and then almost explode upwards and really squeeze, pointing your toes. For this one, I don't fully lock my knees straight. I keep them bent and almost touching, and from there I just push straight up. I get a better stretch down the back, and I'm able to squish I'm able to squeeze harder at the top as well. So give that one a try. Also, you might notice that the weights I'm training with aren't exactly the heaviest, and that the reason for that is I like to train with a lot of intensity, especially for legs. So if my intensity has to dwindle just to go a little bit heavier, and if my form has to suffer just to go a little bit heavier, I don't do it. I keep it lighter, and just keep the rest periods shorter, and that way I've found, well, in my experience, I've found that I get better growth just by keeping the intensity really high. Obviously, my aim is to get as strong as possible as well, but keeping within this method that's worked for me. Thanks for watching, guys. I would really appreciate the likes, comments, and any subscriptions, and recommend this channel to anyone who might be interested. Cheers.